Just picked up the arrest warrant overnight. 28-year-old Kenyetta Fox was just arrested last night. She's accused of having sex with a convicted murderer here at Riverbend Maximum Security Institution. She admitted to sleeping with an inmate, Michael Daniels, on 2 different occasions. Here's another photo of Fox from her Facebook page. According to her page, she was also in the U.S. Army at one point. Now, we did do some digging on that inmate, Michael Daniel. He's also 28 years old, and he's from Chattanooga. He was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of a man from back in 2006. He was apparently the leader of a gang affiliated with the Bloods, and I did check he's eligible for parole in 2072. From West Nashville, Quinn Schuler, Nashville's News 2.
And I guess that would put him at about 89 years old when he's eligible for parole. According to the DOC, she's going to be fired. And she was hired in February
Well, new this morning, a state prison guard now behind bars herself.
She's facing charges for what she did with an inmate at Riverbend Maximum Security Prison in Nashville. And that is where we find our own Quinn Schuler working this story for us this morning. Good morning, Quinn.
Don, good morning. Well, I just picked up the arrest warrant overnight, and 28-year-old Kenyetta Fox was booked in for having sex with an inmate, a convicted murderer, here at Riverbend Maximum Security Institution. Police say yesterday she admitted to sleeping with one of the inmates, Michael Daniels, on 2 different occasions. Now, here's another photo of Fox from her Facebook page. According to her page, she was also in the U.S. Army at one point. And we did do some digging on that inmate, Michael Daniel. He's also 28 years old. He's from Chattanooga and was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of a man back in 2006. This is video of him back in court in 2012. He was trying to get a new trial. He was apparently the leader of a gang that was affiliated with the Bloods. He is in life in prison, but he does have a chance of parole in 2072. Now, as for Fox, we did check with the Department of Corrections. We're waiting to hear back to find out how long she actually worked here. But for now, we are live in West Nashville. Quinn Schuler, Nashville's News 2.
Well, for a year now, we've been reporting on outrageous behavior by prison inmates using social media.
Now the Channel 4i teams found it's not only the prisoners communicating with one another. At least one correctional officer has been involved online and on the job. An officer already in a lot of trouble. Here's our chief investigative reporter, Jeremy Finley.
Kenyetta Fox was arrested Monday for having sex with inmate Michael Daniels inside Riverbend Maximum Security Prison, an inmate who happens to be a convicted murderer. Well, we started investigating and we found that Daniels isn't the only inmate she has a personal relationship with.
Everybody locked up, county jail, state penitentiary.
Meet Doughboy. While in prison, he likes to rap, eat pizza, and post with his friends on his Facebook page. And the Channel 4i team found among those friends is Kenyetta Fox, who happens to be a correctional officer at Riverbend Prison. Well, at least used to be a correctional officer until she was busted having sex with an inmate inside Riverbend. So how close are Fox and Doughboy? Well, when Doughboy wrote he got stabbed, she wrote on his Facebook page just 6 days ago that she saw him afterwards, and it was great seeing him and talking to him for a minute. Let's think about that. An inmate who isn't supposed to have a Facebook page in the first place is friends with a correctional officer who was writing on his Facebook page. And it's not only Doughboy. We found Fox has several friends on Facebook who appear to be in prison.
She wouldn't work here. That's just as simple as that. You can't do that and work here.
While he can't comment on Tennessee prisons, Davidson County Sheriff Darren Hall says it's universally known that correctional officers, either in jails or prisons, cannot have relationships with inmates.
Zero tolerance.
So just how friendly is Fox with inmates on social media? She posted this picture of herself, and then inmate Stevie Dixon at West Tennessee State Penitentiary, where Fox used to work, shared her picture on his Facebook page, writing, "I need it in my life." And when Dixon wrote about needing support, Fox wrote, "I got you." And it goes on and on, inmate after inmate. So was the Department of Correction aware of all this happening on Facebook? A spokeswoman says it's an ongoing investigation. Fox bonded out of jail this morning. We went by her house to get her side of this. but no one answered. We just received a statement from the Department of Correction, and it reads in part, the Tennessee Department of Correction remains vigilant in our fight to reduce contraband in our facilities and will prosecute and discipline those found with illegal items. It is important to note that the arrest of the officer at Riverbend was a result of our efforts to operate safe and secure prisons and detect contraband. Tom.
Jeremy Finley tonight.